2 of these are definitely ready today.
I can't wait to harvest. You know, we have stumbled upon the perfect practical home instead project, growing our own sponges. I can't believe when you came up with this idea that it would be this fantastic.
Yes, yeah, and I don't take any credit. I read about this, that growing your own loofah and turning them into the sponges that make excellent cleaners for like the kitchen and so forth is an easy thing to do. So on a whim, we bought 2 little plants, and look how it's turned out. We have really, over time, grown to love growing vertically. Dan has come up with the perfect structures to be able to do that, so it saves a lot of space on the garden. And then there's so many plants that love to climb, like we found with the loofah. It's been the perfect thing to do right here, because again, they were 2 little plants. And because they vine and climb, they've gone all the way over this hoop. And each segment is, you said, like 20 feet long.
20 feet long, yeah.
Incredible.
They're tropical plants and they're viney. They're like gourds. The fruit look like cucumbers, don't they? Or zucchinis.
Or zucchini.
Yeah, exactly.
Dark green.
And they turn green, and then they turn yellow, and then they turn brown. They go from really, really heavy and hanging like this to very light. Try that. It's just, it's like hollow,
really
isn't it?
Cool. Hollow.
And it has a cellulose material inside of it that it just is hollowed out, and there are some seeds rolling in the bottom there. That's normal, because that's what you do. You pull that paper off there, and the material inside is the sponge. You know, it's interesting because I didn't know this, but any natural sponge you find in the market most likely is grown from a gourd like this. It's not a sea sponge or anything like that. It's these types of things, and they grow like this, and you can cut them off and make them a cleaning product. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, we're going to try that
That's
today.
Right. Now stick around, because we're going to be harvesting these ripe gourds in a minute and looking and seeing what's inside. I'm so excited for that. But in the meantime, I'd like to discuss a couple of unintended benefits of growing loofah. The first one might seem obvious with me standing up under here in the shade and the shadow, and that is that this is a great plant with the large leaves and the showy flowers and all of that. It's a great plant to throw shade on other plants. It's about 5 to 10 degrees cooler under this hoop than it is outside this hoop. And I thought, wow, this would be so great next year when I plant this in the garden, to plant it in an intentional way, so that maybe some plants that are easily sun traumatized can be planted up underneath of it. Things like greens or whatever. I might be able to extend those seasons, because it's hot here in the summer in North Carolina, and any help we can get with shade, the better. The second unintended benefit that we found this year when we planted our loofahs is these very pretty flowers. Not only are they beautiful and showy, especially these male flowers, but also they attract so many bees and butterflies. And we even saw a hummingbird here a few minutes ago flying over the flowers. It's really great. Brings a lot of those pollinators to the garden and makes our garden so beautiful.
Just for fun, I'm going to show you the life cycle of the growing loofah. Starts out looking like this, then like this. Then it really starts to get its size, its bulkiness, and its dark green color. A month or so later, it starts to turn more yellow. It's still got its heavy weight, but it is changing. And here is the last stage. It has hollowed out, it's dark, it's dried out looking and feeling, it's ready to pick.
We have 2 that are ready. This one I'm going to harvest because it already looks like the paper skin is starting to pull away. But I think that one is actually a little bit riper.
We still have 25 gourds growing, but let's go peel this first one. Sound good, girls?
So we were told that there wouldn't be any tools really needed for this, just really easy to peel it apart. So we're going to use the place where it is already punctured.
Cracked just enough.
And just
that'd be a good starting spot.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
It's coming along.
Yeah, it has a nice tan color.
Stand over here so I can see a little closer.
I feel the seeds in there, kind of like a maraca. And we'll dump those in a second. All right, the last bit. Yeah, the last bit is coming off here. Now the seeds should come right out like that. Look at that.
Oh, there are a bunch of them.
Look at that. That's enough for a whole loofah farm. And there are more in there, I think, as
we could never grow that many.
Yeah, as we cut this, we'll probably get more out. there are definitely more in there, but it's soft, and some people do use bleach on them to make them whiter and cleaner looking and everything, but you don't have to do
Sure.
that.
But I guess if you don't want to have bleach on your surfaces or on your body, then it's just a natural thing to use by itself, right?
Yeah. So I would assume that you can just cut it into like slices and use it as kind of a flat thing. You'd use it in the kitchen. You'd use it in the bathtub or whatever. That is really neat, and it definitely feels like a sponge.
It does. It's got that surface that you exfoliate, you remove dirt and grime and such. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
So we are zone 7B/8A, and we planted these when this year?
Early May. Now they were young plants. So next year I want to plant some of these seeds, but I want to do it probably as starts. And I want to make sure to keep them, because this is a tropical plant, right? So, and it's going to need the kind of season like cucumbers or squash would. You can't put this out before the last frost for sure. And if you start them, you want to start them inside where it's warm.
Excellent. So if this is a home instead kind of project that you want to do, or you want to grow and harvest your own sponges for your own personal and home care use, then we highly recommend this. It's been fun.